Hi everybody, John with you. Welcome back to my channel. I know I haven't done a video in a while, so I thought today do a little haul video. I am visiting my cousin and her husband in Clearwater, Florida for the past few weeks. And what you don't know that I didn't do any videos about is that I've already done a couple of record hauls. I'm always on the lookout now for a lot of easy listening kind of records for my Moody Mood music station, because I'm always wanting to upload more music for that, and I want to get them cheap at like dollar record bins and whatever. And we went to a couple of places. I went to a Dunedin music store, and I went to a Goodwill that's in St. Petersburg that had a lot of records, and I've actually bought about 75 records between those two places, and I've mailed them media mail back to Honolulu. So they're going to take like 2 months to get there. It takes a long time, but it's very cheap to send them media mail, and makes it sort of, economically feasible to get them out here like that. So what happened today was they were going to go to the gym and they were going to go grocery shopping, and I remember that across the street from those places there was a thrift store that we had not gone into that I kind of wanted to. You know how it is, but it's not really their scene, so I don't want to push it. But I said, listen, why don't you just drop me off at this thrift store and you guys go to the gym and go grocery shopping and just pick me up on the way back. So they did that, and the minute that I walked into this thrift store, which I don't even know if it has a name, it just says in big letters, thrift store on the outside. And it's just kind of like a standalone building. You walk into it, as soon as I walked into it and saw like piles of thousands of books, and it was super dusty and hot, the AC wasn't really working, and the lights weren't really even working very well all the way in the back of the building, but I just took a look, saw everything that was there, and I couldn't even see the records yet, but I was like, oh, I texted right away like, I'm going to be a while. Like, I think there's going to be things here. And I eventually found the records, and yeah, there were hundreds and hundreds of records there. So, $1 a piece. They had lots of budget label records, which if you follow me, you know I have a thing for budget label records. I love them. So I bought a total of 52 records there today. All easy listening kind of stuff, and before I box it up and send it media mail back to Honolulu, where it'll take a couple months to get to me, I thought I'd do a haul video for Moody Mood music, so more easy listening favorites. So let's just take a quick look at all the records that I bought today for a total of $52. And first up, I couldn't pass up this for Moody Mood Music Radio. This 10 record box set. Mood and Music for Dining. This is probably worthy of its own video, which maybe I'll do after I get it home and listen to it, but it's a Reader's Digest set in pretty good condition, and 10 records, and they all have, on the back, I love that they all have write-ups and a little information and story about each single song. All easy listening kind of stuff here. Subtitles: Dining by Candlelight, Serenade for a Summer Evening, Lightly Latin, 2 Cigarettes in the Dark, Lovely Way to Spend an Evening, etc., etc., by a variety of orchestras. So this will be lovely. I could not pass that up. There were a lot of box sets there, and I love box sets, but I just said, let me just do the one. So let me show you quickly just the Moody Mood music I got. Mantovani, of course I'm not going to pass up any Mantovani that I don't have. I'm going to get, because I think the cascading strings of Mantovani are a must for Moody Mood music. As is Lawrence Welk, and I got a couple of his that I don't have too. On this next one, wonderful, wonderful. I'm particularly looking forward to their version of Sugar Shack. You know, sometimes you hear certain songs and think, I want to hear an easy version of Sugar Shack for sure. And I didn't have this either. either in Calcutta. I had that song as a kid. Love that song. So that's a classic. Then I got some Ray Conniff that I didn't have. Again, another artist that's very iconic and very much the sound of mood music. And I think you just can't have enough Ray Conniff on your easy listening radio station. No, you can't. So we got more. Whatever I don't have, I'm going to get. Then there was this box set, kind of interesting, from Command Records, General Electric Silver Sound Series. This is 5 records. Supposedly these 5 records here from the Dimension 3 line in Command Records. However, one of the records is missing. This one, Young Lovers on Broadway, the Ray Charles Singers. And in its place is, what is it called? Fever. It's folk singers. Where did it even go? I don't know. Anyway, it's all Command stereo records, though. It's all from that series. Great stuff. And now from just individual artists, different ones. I had to get this one. Just Hooked on Country by the Atlantic Pop Orchestra. I don't know. Just it's $1. Take a chance on it. More themes for young lovers. Percy Faith. This also has Sugar Shack. We could just be like having multiple versions, easy listening versions of Sugar Shack. Andre Costolante. Everything is Beautiful. I'm looking forward to some songs on here, like the song from MASH. Airport Love Song. I like that. I mean, I don't have too much Andre Costolani. I have to get more of that. And then not so well-known orchestras, because I love those as well. Paris Mitchell Voices, Magic Moments of Love. The Sunset Strings, Somewhere, My Love. She's looking rhapsodious. Rhapsodies for Young Lovers, Volume 3 from the Midnight String Quartet. These are nice. I have some of these other albums. It's like a harpsichord and violin and nice. Another Enoch Light. You can't have too much Enoch Light. I mean, I can't use all of his stuff on Moody Mood Music because some of it's too crazy, but a lot of it's kind of, middle of the road, so you can use it. And these are great albums whenever you see them, gatefold ones. Project 3. Songs from the movies, Film on Film, great movie themes. Okay, this one I'm very curious to hear. I have no idea if this is really going to be usable. I don't know, but I just had to check it out. It's soundtrack music from Brideshead Revisited. That's a throwback, right? Just curious. I mean, I'm sure some of it probably is usable for Moody Mood Music, but I'm curious to hear it. I have Volume 2 of this, so I was very happy to find Volume 1, London in Love, Norrie Paramore, his strings, and I think this also has the voice of Marnie Nixon, I think her name is. It's a female singer who does all these vocals, trilling vocals over the songs, a lot of them wordless, kind of, ooh. Anyway, I can't do it, but it's fun. This one, I wasn't sure, but I said, let me go ahead and get it for $1. It's the George Shearing Quintet, a Shearing Caravan. Some of this might be super jazzy, but I don't think so. And I just liked it. I like jazz myself, so I thought, if nothing else, I'll just enjoy playing it myself, but I think some of it will work. Now this one you might be able to tell me, some of you out there. This is Time Records, Soft Guitars. By Mr. Guitar and Mr. Y. Obviously, because they're in parentheses, these are fake names. They're disguising somebody's identity who must be under contract with other labels or something. And they don't have a turntable here, so I haven't listened to this, so I don't know who it is. And maybe some of you know. I'm suspecting Mr. Guitar is probably Billy Muir, because I know he did some recording for this label under other pseudonyms, and maybe that's him. Mr. Y, I don't know, and I think I probably should know, but maybe some of you could tell me. Maybe is it Charlie Bird? B-Y-R-D? Mr. Why? I don't know. I have no idea. And I haven't listened to it yet, but curious. If you know, let me know. I got some Mitch Miller on the last haul, and this one, I don't think I've seen this one before. Nighttime, sing along with Mitch Miller. It's hard to imagine Mitch Miller in a quiet mood, but I don't know. Well, this is a classic, Mr. Ackerbilk, the saxophone stranger on the shore, clarinet or whatever it is. You know this song. Is this a budget label? It's kind of a budget label, I don't know, but I put it in with the regular ones. 101 strings. Gotta love 101 strings, Valley of the Dolls. Love the cover. I'm not showing you the labels, I don't know, whatever, but I've cleaned up these, but I didn't clean up the records because I won't do that till I get home. Some of them are bad. Latin zither, Ruth Welcome. I love the zither of Ruth Welcome. It's really pretty, but I thought this might be interesting. And I do have some of her music up on Moody Mood Music already, but this one might be a little interesting because it's all Latin American songs on the zither. I don't know. Should be pretty, don't you think? I think so. And finally, as far as the regular easy listening records, I was curious about this one. It's on MGM Records, presenting the Dancing Voices. So this is a vocal group that plays up on the stereo, and they kind of go back and forth apparently between the channels. So it probably gives you a headache if you're listening to it on headsets. But, you know, for $1, we had to get it and see. Now, they had a lot of budget label records, and I don't know why or how to explain it, but I love budget label records. Charlie Horse. Okay. So I had to get a bunch of them, because sometimes they're usable, sometimes they're not. They're just sort of no-name orchestras that use different names, and they make up names and whatever, but I love budget records. Here's one, the Broadway Theater Orchestra on Stage. On Premiere Records, is it? Yeah, Premiere Records. Yeah. So, yeah. Who knows? Rodgers and Hammerstein's The King and I. Don Franconi, musical director with various soloists. Budget label design. Should be fun. Annie, Get Your Gun and Call Me Madam. Larry Douglas and his orchestra. On Pickwick International, really? Design. Well, this is on Design, super budget label also. Another version of South Pacific that I did not have. I kind of have a bunch of South Pacific records. This one's Coronet Records. Do they even give an artist? Do they even bother? Coronet Studio Orchestra with chorus and Margaret Young, William Carson, yada yada, other people, soloists. So yeah. Great Instrumental Hits, Washington Square, theme from Mondo Cane and more by Tony Vincent and his orchestra. Looking forward to hearing this. On Diplomat Records. This one, I'm not sure. I don't know. Crown Records, it's falling apart. Record's not in that bad of condition, but I just had to try it and see. I don't know. Symphony of the Blues by the Vienna World Pops Symphonic Orchestra. Yeah, as you can see, it's completely falling apart. But I'm just curious, I don't know if it will be usable for Moody Mood Music. I imagine a few cuts probably are. Like I said, for this thing's falling apart, but the record's not in bad shape at all. We will see. Al Goodman's Orchestra, another staple on Spinorama Records, Last Date. I love this cover, actually. I like this kind of art. Budget label guest star, Al Martino with some songs, and then the Tony Russo Orchestra with other songs. So these are probably like kind of garage, crappy recordings of Al Martino before he became really famous. I was very excited to find this one. Ping Pong Percussion Rodgers and Hammerstein's by the Stradivari Strings. I don't know if you're familiar with this kind of ping pong percussion record that the budget labels did. when stereo became kind of a big thing and the major labels were doing all this Enoch Light kind of percussion albums, they did budget label series of like really lame, weird percussion introductions that are like 15 or 30 seconds long, and they would just stick them onto recordings that they already had. Like in this case, this is just a regular sort of string-based kind of orchestra, and they just plastered these percussion instrumental introductions in front of it, stuck it on there, and then the rest of the song is just as it originally was. There's no percussion. Like they did that with a Hawaiian one that I have a couple copies of, and it's the exact same percussion instrumental things they used on all of them. They just stuck it on, played the Hawaiian song, and the Hawaiian song has no percussion whatsoever, and I don't think this does either. It probably has zero percussion. So it's like this percussionless orchestra with a 30-second weird introduction. And I love it because I'm just weird that way. I also picked up the Fabulous Sounds of the Organ and Percussion, which will be much the same thing, I suppose. Probably exactly the same introductions that they just spliced onto an organ recording. I have a lot of brass recordings. I don't have this one. Monterey Brass, A Taste of Honey. I have some of the other Monterey Brass ones. And then two of the most budgety of budget labels, Palace Records. Super, super budgety. Super budgety. And they had two there, and I just love them so much. Because they're just so cheap, and they're like, this orchestra, I think the orchestra is okay, but this, I don't know, they're such a cheap label. Dance Party, Fontana and his orchestra. I just love it. Still in the shrink wrap. I mean, that's amazing to find a Palace record still in good condition. I mean, look at that. And it is like the cheapiest record. Cheapy. And then another one, not in bad shape at all either. Treasured Favorites. So moody, so musical, so lovely. The other was Fontana and his orchestra. This one is Fontana and Vietnamese. Fontana and Viennese symphonic orchestras. Multiple ones, apparently. The classics. I just gotta love these. I don't know why, I'm just weird that way. Then I just finally picked up a couple of Christmas things. I have a lot of Christmas music and easy listening already, so I don't really need to get more, but I do see things once in a while that I'm like, I want that. This was one. I had this a long time ago when I was a kid, and I don't know what happened to it, but I'll definitely upload some of these on Moody Mood Music during the holiday season. This is songs from How the Grinch Stole Christmas, but not from the original television show, but other budget label versions of them. It's kind of cute and funny, and I think you'd enjoy hearing it during the holiday season. Also, I love Music Box, so I love it. This is Christmas Music Box. Definitely have to program some of this. Beautiful stuff. And finally, one more. Bobby Vinton. I just got this one because I don't have it, and it had a lot of original songs. Only a couple of the songs were the standard, like White Christmas, and most of these songs were original compositions for this album. So that was kind of a little more interesting to me to hear it. And Bobby Vinton is great for, moody mood music, right? So be curious to hear that one. And you can see it was just originally on sale for $3.49. And the last thing I got, just took a chance. This was from another place that we went. I just took a chance on this one. It was $2.50, and I thought, I'm just going to see. I'm curious about this one. It's a red vinyl record from 1953. I'm not going to, it's stapled in here, and I'm not going to take it out because I can't play it yet. So I have no idea how this is going to be, but it's called Christmas Party Part 1 and Christmas Party Part 2, Guild Players and Orchestra with Sound Effects. I thought, I have to hear it. I'll listen to it. It might be something cute to program during the holiday season. on the Moody Mood Music station on Live 365. So maybe. That's what I got. Can you believe it? 52 records. And we're going to package them up and mail them out today or tomorrow to Honolulu, and I'll get to listen to them when they get there, whenever that is, and start uploading them, and you can hear songs from these albums and many more records on my easy listening station, Moody Mood Music, which you can find on live365.com, and I'll put the link below, and also music from my Hawaiian record collection, 2,500 Hawaiian records. That station is called Hawaiian Hi-Fi, also on Live 365. So I've got 2 Moody Mood Music, Hawaiian Hi-Fi. Check them out. Let me know what you think below, and have a good week. We will talk to you guys later. And yeah, sorry it's been so long since I've done a video, but that's retirement. That's what retirement does to you. Have a good week.